Hello, Judge and Opponent. I will now tell you why you will vote for the opposition. You will vote for the opposition because vegetarianism is not a more ethical choice than meat eating. My opponent defines ethics as what is good for humans and animals. The production of vitro meat is both good for humans and animals in that it allows for humans to eat meat while saving millions of animals from slaughter. Also, factory farming should continue so that foreign immigrants employed in the industry may keep their jobs. My opponent has not refuted my point that world hunger exists and that there is enough food on the planet to feed the entire population. Allow me to repeat myself. There is enough food on the planet, it's just certain people don't have access to it. That means that if we were to take away an entire source of food, meat, then it would make it even more difficult for these people to attain food. My opponent attempts to claim that assistance programs such as SNAP could perform two functions: make food more accessible and improve the health of participants since they can buy healthy options. However, a study by the USDA states that the SNAP program does not significantly improve participants' diets. Also, not everybody on the planet can apply for food stamps in these assistance programs. For the entire world to do this is unfeasible and unrealistic. Even if this were to be possible, it would cost taxpayers way too much money to maintain. This is obviously not beneficial for humans. My opponent has conceded my argument that getting rid of the meat industry would harm the poor individuals working within the industry. It would not be beneficial for humans to end the meat industry because thousands of poor, foreign, and oftentimes undocumented workers would lose their jobs. Given that many of these employees are undocumented immigrants, it would be almost impossible for them to find other work. It's not as if these people choose to work in factories where they must slaughter animals. They work there out of necessity. My opponent does not make any contentions to my claims on vitro meat or cell-produced meat, which would benefit both humans and animals. According to researcher Neil Stevens, certain forms of production of vitro meat would not harm animals at all. One researcher he interviewed states, quote, "I think I can feed the world taking the umbilical cords from 10 sows per year, give or take. It's just a fantastic potential. I think you get about 5 million cells from an umbilical cord. It shows that you can treat these pigs as queens. There's no slaughtering, nothing. They give birth to these piglets. You can show pictures of these pigs, and animal welfare people say that this is okay. As long as they accept that we keep dogs, they will accept that we keep pigs and just take care of the umbilical cord, which you throw away in any case." End quote. This means that in order for unlimited production of pigs or any other animal for that matter, all that would be needed is the umbilical cord of one pig. The pig would not need to die. From this umbilical cord, cells can be extracted that eventually develop into tissue, which eventually develops into meat. Even in other forms of vitro animal production, where few animals are killed, the benefits still outweigh the harms, and even veganism isn't harmless. According to a researcher interviewed by Stevens, quote, "Even vegan food production is going to cause some suffering. It's going to cause some greenhouse gas promotion. It's going to certainly kill insects and probably kill other small animals. Realistically, the amount of animal suffering in IVM production involved is probably not more than the amount of suffering involved in getting iceberg lettuce." My opponent then falsely states that in my last video I said that meat consumption is good for the human health. I did not say this. I said that meat should be available in order for humans to exercise their free will, and though it may lead to some health issues such as colon cancer or diabetes, these diseases are easily preventable. If a person monitors his health and eats in moderation, none of these diseases will be an issue. Besides, meat is not the only thing people eat. When they eat meat, they are also eating vegetables, thus earning their nutrition. You will vote for me because my vitro meat production contention, which he has conceded, solves for all of the harms that my opponent has laid out. It will allow humans to exercise their free will while also saving innocent animals from slaughter. Also, the existence of the meat industry will give poor, disadvantaged, foreign, and sometimes illegal workers a living wage. If meat production were to stop, these jobs would be taken away. Lastly, you will vote for me because my opponent does not adhere to the rules. His video is 30 seconds too long, and in a debate where I only have 2 opportunities to speak, this is unacceptable. I only have two chances to argue my viewpoints, and I always abide by the time limits. Either my opponent should be afforded the loss, or you should completely disregard the last 30 seconds of this video. Thank you very much.